You're listening to Toast After Dark.
I love that song. Welcome to Toast After Dark, everyday conversations with real people. Of course, I am your host, Shah Bad Apple Black. We got a phenomenal show tonight. But first off, before we get into that, of course, I have my right hand, of course, Mae Henny. How you feeling, man?
Pregnant as F.
Yeah, I think it's your first time announcing on the show.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it here and there, but officially,
yes,
I am pregnant with my first son. And
that's nice.
I'm tired all the time.
Tired all the
time. This is different. This pregnancy, I feel geriatric.
Do you?
I do. I feel
This your first kid in your 30s?
Yes, and I do not recommend 0 out of 10 stars.
That's funny.
At all, don't recommend it. This is ghetto
like
honey.
Dahlia's great.
I don't remember being this tired with my girls, my 11-year-old and my 7-year-old. I feel like I was still able to do stuff. I feel like if I could sleep for a week straight, I would.
Mm-hmm. Really?
I do.
Well, you still getting out here though.
I am.
Still doing your thing.
Forced myself. I gotta force myself. Somebody was like, sit your pregnant butt down on one of my posts. I was like, never. Never. I got plenty of time to do that once he get here. So up until then, if I got the muster up the energy, I'm gonna be out. Like next weekend we got Tampon Palooza.
Yes.
I'm gonna be out. Okay.
Speaking of which, Toast After Dark is one of the official sponsors.
Yes.
Tampon Palooza.
Nice. Yes.
Always a fire show with Sound Off Sundays. Ken Brass, friend of the show.
Always.
Yes. Y'all can come out, support the community. It's a great cause, man. Like, where else can you bring some feminine products? And it goes to women in need. And that's your entry fee. Like, come listen to some dope artists, some comedies. Mm-hmm. It's all types of art in there. Like, so it's always a vibe. I love Tampon Palooza.
Yes. We have a fire pair of guests tonight.
Yes.
They are the Potters of Detroit.
Yeah.
Hip hop poetic duo. What else can I say about them? SiR LA been on the show before.
Oh yeah.
Friend of the show. But we got both of them here tonight. Yeah. We got SiR LA and Dahlia the poet.
In the building, in the flesh.
What up?
How are y'all two feeling?
It's a great day to be black, beautiful, and blessed. How
Amen.
Come on with it. Come on with it. Let's go.
All day. Y'all already know how we coming. Shout out Toast After Dark. I love y'all platform. Like we said, ever since the day we first ran into y'all and was able to touch bases, you know, so it was always love. And appreciate it.
Tonight we're going to get into all their business. Just to let y'all know. Because I have questions.
Me too. Okay.
I definitely have questions.
My favorite internet couple. Let me see. They are my questions, okay?
They are my favorite
internet couple. No, that's crazy. I appreciate that. That's real. No, for real. That's real.
They are, for real.
That's crazy. But we appreciate that. Like, more than y'all know.
No problem.
More than y'all know.
Before we get into y'all business, I do have a couple clips I want y'all to hear, and I kind of want y'all thoughts on it.
All right.
I've been in the business 24 years, right? And I've seen people go from nothing to the biggest stars in the world. I've seen people go from one role to winning Academy Awards and doing all this shit. And what I realized yesterday thinking about it, we're lying to our kids, dog. And I think that's a big problem in our community. We tell our kids that and this is fresh on my heart. Like, I literally just came to this conclusion last night. We tell our kids if they do right and they make the good grades and they go to the programs and they will become successful. If you work hard enough, your work will be paid off. And that's not true. Success is given. It's not earned. Because you can be the most brilliant. If one person don't tap you, each one of y'all. There were people who could hit harder, who could catch better, who could run faster. But somebody said, you're the one. And the other 50 behind you fell off. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And because of that, I don't know what that emotion or that feeling is. is the scary thing. Because I went to all the programs. I've done Broadway. I've done off-Broadway. I've been in the business 24 years. I've been in 2 Academy Award films. I've done independent films. I've done major motion pictures. Now I'm Captain America. So now what?
So that was from Anthony Mackie from him guest starring on the Pivot podcast.
Yeah.
So I want to know what you guys think of that.
I have to speak on this. So
No.
I agree and disagree, and I'm going to tell you why. There's absolutely nothing wrong with encouraging our children to strive and to reach higher. Because if you're not reaching higher for something, you're stagnant. There's no growth. You're not seeking knowledge or trying to foster growth in your life at all, honestly. What he said to me is almost as if he's having survivor's remorse. It's where you go through the struggle so long that are you truly grateful and appreciative of where you are now? Because now you're like, oh, I've done all of these things, like as if it's almost giving that y'all was sleeping on me and now I'm Captain America. Like, bro, relax. Like, we have to give our children something to reach for. What you're saying almost sounds like you don't have hope or have faith, and God cannot exist there. So for me, I look at it as one of us that's doing it the right way is going to get on. And it's their responsibility to outreach and to help be the person to pull others up and to point those fingers, and not for us to wait on somebody else to do it for us. So somebody has to follow the program and be great and be selected and then select others. You're making it seem as if, oh, we're lying to our children. Well, what opportunity are you about to create with your newfound success because somebody tapped you on the shoulder? So what are you going to do about it? That's just my opinion. I digress.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen that within the last day or so, that same clip. And it's like I agree, but then it's all about, the individual. Because everybody gonna raise their kids differently. It's not that he's saying what he's saying is wrong. No, that's just his way of thinking and the way he want to raise his kids. I may not agree on that all the way. I may raise my kids a certain way. I may believe and have beliefs and things that I grew up to believe that is the right way of doing things, and I'm gonna install that on my kids. Just the way he think what he doing is the right way, the right thing to do. Hey, go for it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't disagree with him at all. It's just the way he came and said it. It just, it didn't come out all the way right. You know what I'm saying? But I feel him. To each his own. Everybody gonna, raise their kids the way they want to. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know. It sounds like I'm successful and resenting people.
I mean, he got a bad. This coming from somebody like where their kids don't got to worry about a lot of shit that like certain other kids have to worry about too. So he coming from an aspect like, yeah, I'm rich, but what he want his kids to work because he know they don't have to. He want his kids to learn a certain way or do things a certain way. Like, he got a bag. You know what I'm saying? So he can create.
Anthony Mackie.
100%.
For the record, I just thought that statement was 100%. A little odd.
That's new Captain America. Like, yeah, for sure. Like, that's my man's ever since Papa Doc. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? That's been my, he got, 313, fuck free world 313, you know what I'm saying? But
you petty.
you've been a part of Detroit culture, man. So you got a certain respect when it come to, you know what I'm saying, your
shout
success.
Out to Cap.
Yeah.
For sure.
We was talking about earlier about plants, and I do believe there are plants in the industry, whether it's music, acting,
film,
or film, or
all
whatever
that.
the case may be. But also I believe there's also success on the hard work. But it's a crapshoot. As hard as you may work, you may not get to where you want to get. Yeah. But for me, the reward is the effort. For example, my daughter wants to be an actress, but if you never do the auditions and you never like apply yourself, then you're gonna feel empty to a certain
100%.
Yeah, faith without works is
like I wanted to start a podcast for the longest before I started this podcast. You know what I mean?
100%.
And so at one point, you just got to do it, no matter what equipment you have or don't have.
I got a phrase: nothing changes if nothing changes.
That's right.
Yeah, that's facts.
That's facts.
You could talk about it all day, but if nothing,
Come on,
you know what I'm saying? Literally, like
the wisdom.
nothing will change if you don't change.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be doing the same thing thinking you're gonna get a different result. Like it's certain things that people out here that want to start businesses, want to do things, but don't have the knowledge or have the motivation to.
Let's jump off the porch.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
no, for
it's
real.
all about experience at the end of the day. So,
And that's the part that we have to teach our kids, because it's like, I don't agree with what he said about the working hard part. You have to teach them to work hard, because it's somebody always behind you, or somebody always in the same market, same field as you that you want to be in. My kid likes to do hair. So guess what? You got to start doing hair right now at 7 years old. Because by the time you get 21, you can have
You're
you
gonna be
15,
out
20
cold.
years experience.
you're going to be out cold.
And you can have you
And be able to support yourself.
and the hair girlies is making bank. They out of town all the time. You feel me? Traveling. I'm
Man,
like, God
I'm
dang.
telling you.
I wish I would have started, and stuck
I know
with
a
it.
few that's
You know what I'm saying?
getting into that bag.
Get into the bag with the hair girlies. So just examples like that. Like, we have to teach our kids to work hard regardless, especially black kids.
100%.
You have to, what they say, you got to work twice as hard to get half as much as they get. Yes, when it's your time, somebody going to come pick you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, for whatever reason. Papa Doc wouldn't have got chose to be Captain America. Him back then is not the same man that he is today
Right,
to be
exactly.
Captain America. So he
100%.
had to keep
He
working
had to go through those
hard.
Army
He had to go
films
through
and
the
You feel
steps.
me? He had to go
It's
through
people.
the steps.
It's people out here that think they can skip steps and
Can't
think
skip
it can
the
just
steps.
automatically be the shining light to everything. It's like, no, you gotta
Shoot,
get
overnight
up. You know what I'm
success
saying?
is like
Yeah.
10 years.
Is at the minimum.
Okay.
At the
And
minimum.
he said something like that in the
It's
interview.
about 20, 30
It take about 10,
films.
15 years for you to
Yeah.
be considered
Yeah.
a pro, a vet,
Yeah.
to be in the game.
Anything. So
Yeah.
no, for real. So it's like teaching our kids to work hard. No, I don't think you should tell your kids, if you work hard, you're guaranteed to succeed. Everybody level and definition of success is different.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm
true that.
saying? Like, I just want to be important in my community. I don't give a fuck about being famous.
That's
you know what I'm
successful.
saying? That's successful to me.
Yes.
If you want to be on Broadway and Captain America, that's successful to you. But at the end of the day, like y'all said, you got to know how to work hard regardless. So I don't feel like that's lying to our kids. That's the one part I don't agree with. But I
think it
get where
builds
he
character.
coming from. Yeah,
Indeed.
for sure.
Indeed.
For sure. And you ready when they come pick you. When that one person be like, hey, you, it's something about you that's different. You already ready because you done already put in the work.
Yep.
Fact.
Y'all are boy parents, right? Y'all have boys, right?
I have one. Well, we have 2 daughters.
Yeah.
And 3 boys.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. So we're a nice blended family. We're the Ayler bunch.
That's what's up. So here, listen to this. Oh, wait, this might not be.
Like, my boys have never had a pair of Jordans. You know, my boys don't do all that internet fly I'm like, your kids. And no, I don't give a I could be the biggest star in the world. Do not let me catch you being stupid. Do not. And my oldest gets it. My 15-year-old, he tells the other ones, he's like, yo, don't make dad mad. Because once you get one that's right, he gonna straighten the other ones out. So it's just that thing of, in the past 20 years, we've been living through the death of the American male. They have literally killed masculinity in our homes and our communities, for one reason or another. But I raised my boys to be young men. And however you feel about that, you feel about that. But my boys will always be respectful. They will always say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. No, sir, no, ma'am. They will always say thank you. They will always open a door for a lady. They will always make sure that their mother is taken care and provided for. They will always be men. And that's always since they were 2 years old. Every time I left for a job, I tell my 15-year-old, you're the man of the house. You make sure these doors are locked every night. This alarm is on. You text me or you call me every night before you go to bed and you wake up. I love that. Because we're men. If I'm not there to protect, he got to be there to protect. Because you can have all the money in the world, climb through the window, that money means nothing. Right. You can have all the celebrity in the world, jump through the door, that celebrity means nothing. Yeah. So you got to have a little guard in there, And so for me, it's always that idea of, it's just that American male masculinity is something I think is very important for boys. Because now our little boys are afraid to fail, so they don't try. You know what I mean? When we were kids, we did tackle drills. We would run face first into each other.
We just talked about it. They shot. Dudes don't even talk to a woman face to face.
They don't know how no more because, women they are so mean and so angry, bruh. I saw this. My nephew was talking to this girl. Oh my God, dude, she just killed him. I mean, he was like, "Excuse me, how you doing?" She goes, "Ugh."
Oh damn.
How do you come back from that? He just walked over to me. I gave him his beer. I was like, "There you go, bro." That didn't happen. Let's start over.
All right.
That was a lot.
That was a lot. Now, I don't have sons.
A lot to dissect.
Yeah, now I don't have sons, so I'll pass it over to you guys. May you have a son coming soon. You guys already have some?
Yeah, I mean, my two sons that I had before I had our son together was her sons. So basically, my stepsons, which is my sons, and I spoke on them briefly last time I was here, but not like that, not the boys all the way. And basically, I kind of agree to like a certain. I'm a certain way, and she could tell you, I'm a certain way. I'm real militant. But I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's hard to get them to connect on a certain level because for so long it was just mom, it was just grandma, it was just auntie, it was just that for a long time. And I can't blame that because that's just what it is. They still respectful, well-mannered, smart children. But it's certain aspects that come from a dad that I had growing up, that I seen, that I probably implement on them, that they'll look like I'm tripping. Like, no. I'm dead ass with everything I mean, what I say. This is my house. I need you to do this. If I can do what you do, I'll be living like a king. If all I had to do was go to school, come home, do some chores, and lay down,
man, they don't understand at all.
This is what I be trying to get in their head. Like, it's more to life. I know y'all having fun right now, and I totally get that. Fun, have fun, do all that, but if your priorities is lacking, then that stuff got to come away for a while because you get attached, you get on there too hard. But like I say, this was new to me, so it's like I didn't have sons before this. I had a daughter, so it's like going into being with her and accepting her children as my children. It was just like uncharted territory. So I just kind of freestyle in the beginning.
Okay.
But I got like a certain they look at me a certain way now because they know like, okay, LA, I mean, but they still lackluster at doing certain things. It's just like they got
they don't get ass whoopings.
How old are they?
Because they don't get whoopings. So they just kind of
okay.
15, 14, and 11.
Okay.
But all of them, their birthdays in the summer, y'all. So
Yeah.
that's a second Christmas for us.
But it's like, as far as school, I ain't got a trip on a grade. They deserve and earn everything they got. It's just all about they at home manners, because they go to school and be at school. Yes, hi ma'am, yeah. Ooh, but get home and be like, yeah, man, yeah. All right.
They know not to come home unless somebody call me and say something's happening.
I be looking at them. I make them do, man. Like I'm one of the ill dads of the year. Like I be telling them like, if they get a trophy for something, I be like, go write me an essay about the broom. Where did the broom come from? Go Google it. Who made it? Go write me 2-3 paragraphs about it.
He's the irritating.
I like that.
And I tell them
he's the lessons dad for sure. Like if you ever want to see his style, look at Cliff on the Cosby's when he's teaching them lessons. That's him. That's this guy. But for me, I think the biggest thing is what I wanted to do in establishing my relationship with my children and how I wanted our household to communicate. I tried to fix the things that I found as an issue when I was a kid. I was not allowed to express myself or say how I felt or disagree with my parents, even respectfully. I was not allowed to disagree. If I feel like you misread my intention, I was not allowed to explain what my intention was. So with my kids, I created a space to where, you can tell me if you disagree with something. You can even question me to a certain extent. However, you're going to get humbled every time because I'm going to overrule you, but I'm at least going to let you get that off your chest.
Well, let me hear your rebuttal.
Because sometimes, I'm not going to lie, there's been a couple times
let me just hear
where
what you
my kids
say.
have made some very compelling arguments, and I say, you know what? I'm going to let you have that. My bad. All right, cool. But that was something that I never received as a kid.
Something new too.
So I believe that my children communicate very, very well because of that. They are very in tune with their emotions. I think that they're just genuinely good people and want good things. And for me as a mom, I'm proud of that. Now, is there I do believe, some people may disagree, it's just my belief. I believe there's a certain level of confidence that comes in a child that's in a two-parent household, and also an identity that's rooted within positive self-esteem with having an active father specifically. Because, of course, mom, if there is no active father, mom has to take two roles. And if you are a jack of all trades, you're a master of none. So if you're doing all of these different things and wearing all of these different hats, somewhere along the line, something is lacking. Even if it's not with your children, it could be with yourself and your own mental health. And then, of course, every action has a reaction, something is going to suffer from that. Rather, if it's just you just being tired all the time from working, where your kids are well cared for, every time people see them, they dripped up and looking good. But then at the same time, they may not get as much quality time with mom because mom is busting 16s to make sure bills is paid and kiddo looks good. So something along the lines is going to be lacking if everything is all on one parent. So for me, I look at it as, if you do have a two-parent household where things are distributed equally, you will be able to set the tone in what overall, I mean, of course, sidebar, I get it. No matter what we do, our kids can grow up and still choose their own path, live their own life, do the free will, okay? You know, everybody gonna nitpick apart every little thing you say. So we'll throw that disclaimer out there. I know that's not a guarantee. However, the chances of you getting the outcome that you're looking for your child's path is greater if you have two parents in the household equally distributing responsibilities as a unit. So, bringing all of that of what I said to that clip, if that is the foundation that a person chooses to have with their children, it's 100% achievable, and people shouldn't judge them for raising their kids that way. I don't feel like people should be overly judgmental about a man wanting his children, his male children, to be masculine. If this is something that is, I mean, some people will get offended if I say natural, then that's just what it is. However, there's nothing wrong with also raising your children to be open and accepting of others. And you can agree to disagree respectfully. People believe different things and live different ways all the time. Why is it an issue if a man wants to raise his children to be masculine?
Yeah,
that doesn't mean that they're bigots.
For that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Bit, yeah.
It doesn't mean that they're bigots. It doesn't mean that they're misogynists. It doesn't mean any of those things. If he wants to raise them a certain way, that is his prerogative. Because people fail to realize your experiences feed into what your morals are, essentially. So if you believe who you are and your identity, the principles you stand on business on, right? This is what you believe. I believe that all of these colors can go right here into this bucket. Cool. But if there's a person over here that strongly believes, I love all these colors, however, I think I want two here, and I want to put a few more in these buckets. This is what they believe. Why can't both of those exist in the same universe without them being in a combative state?
Yep.
Why are people beating him up for saying he wants his children to be masculine? You are proving his point right for attacking him when he feels that masculinity is under attack. By attacking him for saying that, you're proving his point right. This is just the path he chose. That's the tribe. He's a part of the masculine tribe. Okay, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with having a more sensitive tribe here that feels like you can embrace femininity and masculinity. That's that tribe. Why can't these tribes all exist? I don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, in the Jordan part, when he was like, "My kids don't wear Jordan," that's like, yeah, you forcing. It's like you forcing them not to wear them. It's like I'm with whatever my kids with, because it's a lot of kids out here that be okay with Walmart shoes. It's okay with these shoes. It's okay with Vans. It's like whatever my kid want, I get what my kid want. I don't force. Like I like Jordans. I'm not about to force my kid to wear Jordans. If this is what if they ask me for this, okay, we can work to get it. Okay, but at the end of the day, he sound like, man, no, they ain't wearing Jordans, they ain't getting this. It's like, damn, brother.
I mean, open the floor.
He was mad, like, damn.
Allow them to have identity.
It sound like if they ask, it's a no. Like, damn.
Allow them to have identity.
Damn, you just made a Marvel movie. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, Jays.
Facts.
You know, Jordan.
Special occasion Jays.
I think it's just a lot. I think it's a lot to unpack when we talk about parents and parenting and expectations against societal standards. It's a lot to unpack.
And I feel like the times are just changing so much so fast, especially in our generation. Like us growing up, we done went from the super masculine way of being, like the people who raised us, like there was black, white. Now we in the world where it's color, everything. So we are like this generation adjusting, and I feel like it's still moving. You know what I'm saying? Things are still changing. As a parent, you have to decide how you're going to raise your kids and just hope they're going to turn out to just be decent humans, because the world's still going to get a hold of them when your job is done. So he can raise his boys to be masculine all he wants. That don't mean they won't turn out gay.
That's true.
That don't mean they won't turn out to be a trans woman.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? He
And I don't have sons, but in my mind, the way I read that is, I don't care what my sons do or what they into. You protect this house and you protect what's
You just giving some foundational.
That's how I.
That's what I heard.
That goes without saying. If you gotta, I mean, I get it. You gotta instill it in your kids, but it's just like they should know. Looking at you, they should know the way you move and the way you are in your household as the father. They gonna move how you are. Kids,
you're teaching them to be providers.
What kids see, they do more than what they see than what they listen to. So if they seeing you doing certain stuff, I want to be like my dad anyway. Like you ain't gotta force them to believe what you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Just be you. My
daddy never wore J's. I'm not gonna wear J's. You know what I'm saying? I see.
My dad was this thing in my house. I didn't see my dad with Jordans on. I don't like Jordans. I don't know about those. But it's like,
I don't think he's wrong. I just think it's just be realistic and have a balance. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Because I think that's all it is. Because I do think the problem with that is it comes with a stigma that masculinity is toxic.
Yeah.
It comes with a stigma. If more men, and I see it more, I'm not going to act like it's not a thing. We see more men opening up, being more vulnerable, showing that you can have emotion and be soft with a woman, and that does not determine what your sexuality is. Like, it's just that stigma and it's taboo. So it's like when you remove that part of it and there's a balance and a foundation there, I think that masculinity could be more accepted and not looked at as a negative thing. As long as people are showing that, hey, yes, I'm masculine and secure in who I am, but I got love for others. I'm not judging others. And if this is how I want to set my household up, that should be respected, as long as you don't have to step on other people's toes.
I think that's what's more important to teach your kids, rather to be one way or another, to be respectful, to have balance, and to be open. If you can't teach them that along the way, then you might fail in a certain area, because masculinity doesn't guarantee straightness or you not being non-toxic or whatever. There's no guarantees when it comes masculinity. It means something, but there's no guarantees when you just raising your kids to be strictly one way. They're their own people.
They're gonna choose their path.
The world's gonna get a hold of them regardless.
However the tables turn, you just gotta. It's people out here that raise their kids, give them everything growing up, give them the best. They have the best, the new car, the new this, and
still
they
go rob a store for no reason.
They be a crackhead.
Like, why would you do that?
Addicted to heroin now. Now they doing this. Now
they're gonna choose their own
You know what I'm saying?
path.
So it's like it's just all about, I guess, the
Balance.
roll of the dice.
Yes.
My daughter asked me today. She was pointing out some clothes she wanted me to get for her or whatever, and then some of it was a little too grown for my taste, right?
Oh
and she said something to the effect of, like, if I had a son, I probably wouldn't trip on him no more. I said, not the slightest. He would get the same treatment. if he wanted to walk around in muscle shirts or something like that, or see-through
what's that called? Hoochie daddies.
Yeah, it'll be a no for that too. Like, ain't no special treatment.
Right. As long as I'm paying for your survival on this earth, I think
you get trumped a little bit.
It's a lot of say so I have that you may not understand.
You didn't quite understand. I want to be expressive, and not that expressive.
You got a few more years.
She's trying to change it up.
Yeah. Though she been on the headlines as well.
Oh, she's been doing her big ones.
Yeah. Now I will say, I think she said it kind of in jest as a joke, but she said on Hot Ones that masculinity. Well, no, sorry, straight men is a red flag for her.
Heterosexual men. Yeah.
Heterosexual, yeah.
And that's her right for
Now,
her.
when you hear stuff like that, think about the way of thinking of that individual. Just think like, damn, if you believe that, what else do you believe that, you know what I'm saying, that sounds absurd. That's absurd.
Now,
to me, like it's just.
At first glance, I thought so too.
Yeah, but she bi.
Yeah, she's bi.
Yeah.
So maybe you like dating more so the bi men, the more extreme kind of the Dennis Rodman,
more feminine men.
But she didn't want to say all that though.
It's just certain.
She didn't want to be that detailed.
It's deeper than that though. Certain individuals believe that nobody is straight and that gay is on the spectrum.
Mm-hmm. Sexuality, yeah.
Yeah, or so not gay. Excuse me, sexuality, same thing. But for me, but what I mean is, I look at it as. And being a person that has had different experience in life, so I'm just going to throw that out there. I'm experienced. I still don't believe that even with my experience. Because I believe you can have that for yourself. You just can't generalize it on people. That's just my opinion. If that is a red flag to you, that is a red flag to you. Respect. Everybody has preferences. But I do believe to say, like as if it's on a spectrum, is also at the same time someone telling you, oh, you're not really gay. If you tell a person you're not really straight. If that is their preference, their belief, what they standing in. I just feel like sometimes certain things that's just for you. And that's for her. That's her vibe.
Yeah, and the internet just don't let you be when it's just your vibe. Like,
no,
they have to cut your head off.
Especially on that subject. Especially on that topic.
I believe in some people that's just
when it's that topic, it's like that shit get fluid.
It's their thing.
They gonna dive into it, flip that shit, saute that shit, rotisserie that shit. They gonna.
On the flip side, I know a lot of men that will say bi woman is a red flag. If they meet a woman and they say she bi.
And that's their preference.
They're really kind of uneasy about it.
Yeah,
for sure.
The case may be.
As a pan woman who mostly end up in relationships with heterosexual men. Yeah. But I'm attracted to a lot of people, It's just you'll see me with a straight man that's probably 4'3". You know what I'm saying? Like
you're going off the vibes.
It's the vibe. That's people be like, pan. I'm like, it's really a vibe thing. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, when she first said that, I was like, she just made a song about how she was in a relationship with a heterosexual man, and his girlfriend hit her up, but the girlfriend turned out to be a dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and that traumatized her or fucked her up or whatever. So I was just like, okay. I'm like, what is she meaning for? What is she meaning here? But I'm thinking like maybe that's what the red flag is for her, that the heterosexual men are, maybe she feel like they hiding something, or maybe the one she's come to. Yeah, it's trauma. It's bringing up her trauma. So she just like, I'd rather date people that are in the open or honest about who they are. And maybe she like, if I'm attracted to you, it's something in me being bi that's picking up on your frequency. Then it got to be something in you that might be a little bit on the spectrum.
And I respect that. I think that's dope. I respect that. That's her vibe. Yeah. It's only when we start trying to force what we think as a norm across the board, when I just don't. Everybody believe different things, so that's where I'm at with it. And for me, in the experiences that I've had, I just determined for me, I prefer a heterosexual relationship. That doesn't mean I didn't look at different avenues and expressing myself and figuring out who I was. But what I believe, I'm not gonna try to push it on nobody, because what's a red flag to some is not a red flag to others.
Yeah, for sure.
And I just think people should chill on her. It's her opinion. It's how she feels.
Oh, yeah,
it's her
kill that shit.
experience.
Kill that shit.
You know.
You ain't got to sleep with her. Like,
Yeah.
Whatever she want to do, she got the money to go buy whatever she want to do. Kill that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she ain't got to speak on it. I think it was just more some.
Sometimes we just volunteer a lot.
I got some songs out. Let me just say some.
They want us to talk and have our opinions. And
and
they
do what we
also want
doing.
to cancel you the second you say something or do something.
That's what I'm saying.
wrong.
Especially when you talk about that topic. It's like the baby's still out here recovering. You know what I'm saying? Like off what shit he said.
I mean, but let's be honest. We ain't gonna mention that.
But he said some iller shit. It was just simple for him.
He was, very rash, and it could be viewed as disrespectful. It was offensive. You can say how you feel without.
But I'm saying like that's the only thing that's the only thing you could talk about where you gon' get motherfucking canceled for. Like a lot of shit you could do out here, and the nigga be like, all right, you cancel for about 90 days, then we fuck with you again. But talk about that shit, nigga, you down, nigga, you missing shows, you get money. It's like what the fuck, like that shit crazy.
To me, it's like the world try to act like they more woke or more accepting than they are, but it's really still like pitchfork times. They're waiting for you to slip up because you still can't say the F word. You know what I'm saying? You still can't say certain words, or you still can't have certain opinions. You can have them, but you just can't say them publicly. And it's still all a form of control that is just like, we supposed to be everybody accepting everybody. Y'all want everybody accept the LBG community. That means everybody. We supposed to be accepting of everybody, and that comes with different opinions. But the internet just proves to me every day how it's just not like that.
It's a lot of unhealed
it's just
people.
Not like that.
It's a lot of unhealed people. And the further I go into it, I realize, like, with my healing, I'm really giving a shit less about what people are doing, as long as you're not hurting nobody. Like, I have control over what's going on in my household. I don't give a shit about what's going on in yours. I hope y'all safe though. I'm wishing the best for y'all.
Kill that shit
to the fullest. You feel me? But I just feel like if we can't have dialogue without everybody trying to go for the jugular, what's the point?
What's the point?
I'd rather have peace if we can't disagree respectfully.
That's fair. That's fair. May.
Yeah.
What do you think when a woman says, "I'm bi, but I don't want to date a bisexual man"? I've heard that on the internet too since the topic been raised up with the Doshi thing. I've heard that on several clips of different things.
I feel like women like that you probably not just bi though. Like, I don't know. To me, it feel like I identified as bi before I found out what pan was, and I'm like, no, I like me a feminine presenting stud. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I like me a trans male. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I like a little bit more. So to me, I feel like if you can't accept a man like that, you don't have to date them. That's not your preference. You know, you can be feminine leaning or masculine leaning in one way. That don't define it. But part of me feel like you might not be fully accepting of yourself. If that makes sense. Because I can accept you as a, not you, but I can accept you as a bi person. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean I want to be in a relationship with you. That don't mean I got a problem with you. You just not my type. Like, I like what I like. You know what I'm saying? I like my women to be a certain way. I like my in-betweens to be a certain way. I like my men to be a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
And maybe she's just talking about she like gay girls and straight men. That's probably her way of bi.
This is
something like that.
That's probably her way of bi. Straight men, gay girls. Yeah. And she probably like,
I mean, it could just be a sexual thing. Like, hey, feminine men may not be her thing. She may not get a lady boner off of that.
She don't like men who like both. I always laugh when I hear that.
I
feel like a lot of people judge bi people.
It is a double standard.
Yeah, like
it's a double standard.
It's a double standard for sure, and they often think, I know what I dealt with. They think you more sexual or more freaky than you are, and it's like there are people bi people who have a boyfriend and a girlfriend at the same time, but I've always been like a monogamous, type. I know what I'm. So if I'm messing with a girl, I'm just messing with her. If I'm messing with a dude, I'm just messing with him. If I'm talking to a trans, that's just what it is. Unless I'm just out here, you know what I'm saying? So it's different. It's a spectrum. The relationships is a spectrum. Everything is a spectrum. I could see somebody going bi, like being bi. I have a cousin that's bi. He likes he like bad bitches. Like, I'm talking cash doll, Barbies, like, you know, that definition of a bad bitch, that type of thing. But his men seem to be feminine. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more feminine. I've never seen him with a masculine presenting dude, and he's kind of in between masculine and feminine.
He's just attracted to femininity.
Yeah, he's just attracted to femininity in general. So, like with her, she might just be whoever that woman is. They might just be attracted, like you said, attracted to masculine, attracted to feminine.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Speaking of the baby, do y'all think Chris Brown should be forgiven and not canceled anymore?
I think he been out of that.
Yeah.
I think he been out of that.
And the only reason why I say that
they just try to blackball him on that high level.
On the high level,
yeah.
But he killing him. He conquered the regular. Like, he passed Drake to me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? On some shit, because it's just they only got him going. They only like. Yeah, but it ain't no Grammy performance, ain't no ill shit, ain't no Super Bowl. It's like shit that you know you ain't gonna never see.
Like that sponsored,
but it's just like he gon' hit the top and break records, but they like only so much.
So you think he'll never reach the Super Bowl?
If they do, he'll be old as shit.
Damn.
It's not gonna be the Chris we want there.
Yeah, he'll be the Smokey Robinson out there.
He'll be basically like, not the Smokey.
I think they try to hold him to that, cause Hov controlling a lot of shit. So Hov, that's some shit through Hov. So Rihanna, all that shit. So he probably still holding that shit. Like, no, little nigga, you ain't, or you know, different shit.
Yeah, when they canceled his Michael Jackson tribute, I was like, oh damn.
Yeah, it's real.
Wow.
It's real.
I didn't know they did that.
I remember that.
I know they did that.
I forgot what award it was, but yeah, he had a whole Michael Jackson shit he was supposed to do.
That's his guy.
Yeah, that's his guy for sure.
They ain't let him do it.
It ain't too many people that could do it. Chris could do
He
Mike
the only
really
one.
well.
Yeah,
for sure.
And it's like, when that happened, I forgot. It was a long time ago too when that happened. A long time ago.
Yeah.
And it's like, shit. And he ain't really.
I find he just really now starting to get back his flowers he's supposed to have.
Yeah.
To me, like the past couple of years.
It's like they still keep crucifying somebody.
And he was very young. Wasn't he like 19?
Yeah, he was
young.
Like,
we like pushing 40.
Like, he keeps
Rihanna, 2 kids out here, baby daddy fighting charges, all types of
this man no more.
Like,
and they're still talking about it.
Gone. They done been seen each other talk, forgave each other. It's like,
but that goes to show. I mean, even though mistakes happen, it's like, try not to do nothing you will regret, man. Because some stuff they want to make sure you feel it every day
For the rest of your life.
His fans, though, we don't let him down. He's still getting his cheese.
No, he's still gonna kill shit. I think he's the most charted artist of all time, or some shit like that. As
something like that. Yeah,
the most certified artist on
his voice is an
instrument. Some along them lines. So I'm like, he gonna kill shit still, but they only gonna give him so much. But what we gonna do?
That's messed up though. It's still messed up. It's like, I don't know. I don't like it. It's like he paid his time. He paid his dues. He served his prison sentence. Let the boy be free.
Let him be free finally. Can we let this go? And then the thing about it is, some people honestly just also enjoy the public, roasting of a black man. So a lot of times, a lot of the people that I see upset are non-melanated people too.
Of course.
They're still out with the pitchforks, and it's like a witch hunt.
To Rihanna, ask Rihanna how she feel.
She living like, listen, she's got this doll of a husband. She ain't thinking about nobody, child. She ain't thinking about nobody
at all.
You know the deal. I tell it just how I feel. Ain't no doubt that I'm eating. All I do is wanna make a
Class 88 on all streaming platforms, man. The second verse on this song, I paid homage to 1988. I said 13 1988 records, hip hop records that came out in 88, and I mentioned them in the second verse.
Oh wow!
Let me see if you can catch them.
Okay.
I think it was 13 different.
Yeah, a king is born, a legend was made. I was a microphone fiend at the earliest age. With the symphony, I tend to be lighting up the frequencies. You got to chill, thinking that you can compete with me. Rugging it better, I'm tougher than leather. With the posse
SiR
on
LA.
clocking the cheddar. With the beast
On your DSPs.
Super sonic, Jordan 3 for the sneaker. Nothing cleaner than the gold.
Yes. SiR LA, class of 88 on all streaming platforms. Y'all go fucks with it.
Miss Dahlia.
What up, though?
What up? Now, when your husband was here last time, I asked him some questions about you in terms of his viewpoint and what he saw. So I'm gonna ask you the same thing. Why is he the one?
Oh, or when did you know?
When did you?
How did you know?
Yeah, we wanted to hold
when did you know? How did you know?
Yeah.
Oh man, me and my baby have been through. And he said it best. Like when you go through every season with someone and you still love them, you know this is it. This is the long haul. So we initially met. Was that like 2013?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I always thought he was attractive. And it was one of those things where it just didn't go anywhere. It just wasn't our time, right? And coincidentally enough, after we initially met, we both went our separate ways, but actually ended up with the people we had children with. So he ended up having children with the person that he got with, and I had a child with the person I got with. And we just, beyond social media, did not interact for years. And one particular day, things aligned, and we were in the same place at the same time celebrating my brother-in-law's birthday, which is funny because that's how we initially met, at a birthday engagement, right? And right. And then what was really, really crazy was my sister was actually getting ready to get married to my brother-in-law at the time as well.
Hey, this is funny, y'all, I swear. Because I'm about to chime in on top of her shit, so I'm letting y'all know.
So what was wild was, me just being my quirky self, like, hey, coming to the party. What's up, everybody? And he spoke to me.
She do always talk about this shit. I ain't gonna lie.
The first thing I saw was his lips and his sexy beard and his beautiful teeth smiling at me like, hey, Kamisha. And for like 3 seconds, I had no idea who the fuck he was. But I was like, oh, this man is so handsome. And kind of took my breath away a little bit. That was the first time I ever felt that. It was a little weird. That's really a thing.
This is September 2019, by the way.
That's really a thing, actually. And then once I absorbed and realized who he was, he's like, L.A. I'm like, oh, hey, how are you? And from that moment, it was like instant spark. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I seriously lusted over the guy. It's okay. It is what it is.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yes. And then we ended up connecting out of town for the wedding, hanging out the entire time. It was very, very challenging to be a good girl, but I was a good girl, y'all. I'm going to just let you know, right? It was hard, y'all. It was hard, but I was a good girl.
This my chime in moment. But now, when she came down to Vegas, her sister got married. One of my best friends I grew up with got married together. And I had a Airbnb in a whole separate area. And she had like a room because she came down there. She had the kids, so I think she came down there a day later or something like that. And I was telling her, like, man, we could just go back to my Airbnb. When you young, you just we can just do it. But her ex got invited.
Oh, Lord.
Her ex got invited.
Why you want to tell
and
this
it was
part
just,
of the story?
No, I ain't about to say nothing crazy. It wasn't nothing crazy. It was just like, he was kind of
I was a good girl.
He was cock blocking to a certain extent. So I was just like, I'm going to let you do you.
Let's clarify. I was not in a relationship when I got to Vegas. My ex
he just
was
so happened to get
my
invited.
Ex
he
and
just
was there.
Yeah.
So it's one of those, you still part of the family. All right, y'all. It was one of those.
Okay. Gotcha.
But from that point, I was smitten. I am a apex predator. Like I was on him, like zero in. I'm like, I like you. I want you. That's the Aries in me. So I'm coming.
Okay.
Libra gang.
Hey.
So, and that's just kind of how it was. But the mutual interest was there. You know, it wasn't like, you know, talking to a brick wall. However, we just started just hanging super tough, freestyling in the car together, like my homie, the homeboy.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, we loved the same things, and we could talk about a wide range of things. It was super dope, and he allowed me to have a safe space to be myself.
That's beautiful.
To be myself, to be able to talk about the good, bad, and ugly of my present, my past, whatever things I wanted to achieve in life. Like, I could literally just unload everything, and he took it gracefully and supported me every step of the way. Even when I would be pissed at him, he was still maintaining his composure. To me, that is what is super sexy about him. Like, his ability to maintain his composure in hyper emotional situations, especially as a neurodivergent person with anxiety and other things. He manages that very, very well and allows me to still operate in my brilliance. So for that, I knew this is a person that I want to spend my life with, for sure.
That's what's up.
That's beautiful.
No, man. And then ever since we established, and ever since we established, you know, what we do have is like, we didn't put so much together and did so much. It's crazy to think about, like, in like a 4 or 5 year span, the shit that I did in the 4 or 5 year span, I don't think I did with nobody in the first 25 years of my life, for 30 years of my life. Then that's how much shit that we did in the last 4 or 5 years, to where I'm like, damn, I ain't did this much shit. I ain't had this much experience. I ain't, you know, as far as business wise, she put me on like business, you know what I'm saying, and maintaining the business. Like, she shows me that shit, even though she has her bumps and her human errors that she goes through, but it's experience. She know next time, she come back next time and kill that shit. So it's just like, you know, she showed me like certain aspects of that. I show her certain aspects on my end. Like I said last time I was here, she's everything I'm not. So that's why we like a tornado. You know what I'm saying? when that cold wind hit that little nice little hot wind, and then, you know what I'm saying, just go crazy. Like,
You're definitely the cool one.
Like,
I'm the firecracker. I don't know.
we both love music. We do music. You know what I'm saying? We end up doing our CD together. That was crazy within itself, because she was doing music, but I slowly just brung her back, because she was sweet. She was like, I used to see her shit back in 10, 12 years ago.
I appreciate it. Come on with the flowers. Look at you.
Poetry. Like, it was like, yeah.
You must be trying to watch the Parkers later, y'all. So anytime we turn on the Parkers, that's our silent music. That's our music to, you know, it gets scary at night, y'all.
I can't do it with TV on. I got to turn that shit
Listen,
off.
we got kids. You gotta cushion that sound. So when the Parkers come on, listen, the time is now.
Parkers is crazy.
You gotta put on something funny with the laugh track. So you know, when the laugh track happen, all right, I'm gonna shut up. It's too much
One
game.
time I was watching, well, not watching Martin, but Martin was on. But my ears could still hear it. It was one of my favorite.
It was throwing you off.
Throwing me off.
No, okay. Listen, I can say that. I can agree on that. I don't put on certain shit when it's time to, get,
or everybody hates Chris. That's a good one too.
I started laughing to myself. One show that I cannot put on is probably Everybody Hates Chris and like motherfucking My Wife and Kids.
Oh,
like,
no, My Wife and Kids.
I'm gonna be laughing and I'm gonna be throwing shit off.
If My Wife and Kids is on, ain't nothing happening. He watching that and laughing until he go to sleep. That's about
funny.
it. That's about it.
That's funny.
Now, I don't know if y'all have, besides y'all performing and everything, I don't know if y'all have day jobs or whatnot, but I'm sure between the kids, regular life, day jobs, performing, writing, how do you guys find the time to actually, how do y'all find the time to love on each other, to give each other attention, the whole shebang?
That's a good question.
I mean,
we make it.
If I would have to answer it, it'd be every second that you see that individual, it ain't even got to be much. It could be a hug, a kiss on the cheek. It could be a pat.
He be roasting me, y'all.
But you got to keep it fun. You know what I'm saying? Roast me back. You know what I'm saying? But she do roast me back. I'm just saying, like, we just goofy like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just all about keeping that spirit high when you in a relationship. Because when you in a long term and you married to somebody and you won't be there forever, it's like, I can't always be serious with you 24/7. Like, we got to laugh about something. Sometimes I don't give a fuck if I got to crack a joke, say some corny shit, say some whatever to get you to laughing, to get you out that different mood and to get you in a different, you know, I'm going to do that. But
it gets tricky though, because a lot of times we go out for the podcast, and now I'm actually recently a full-time entrepreneur again. And
therealnaturalnation.com.
Period. Plug it, boo. The thing, look, clock it, but the thing about it is when we have the opportunity to go out, a lot of times we'll just end up chilling because we've given so much of our energy, you know, being in the field with the podcast or doing a vendor event. So sometimes we truly just treasure chilling in the bed, eating fat snacks, watching something on the tube, chilling. Like, that's usually where we create our time in the evenings. Those couple little hours once the kids between them falling asleep and they're getting a little too late, you squeeze that in. Yeah. And then that's usually enough to keep us full when we running on fumes, you know. But I will say in 2025 we are going to get better about
this year about
more solo time.
It's about to be
like without each other?
No, like
us,
us detached from the businesses. We put a lot of energy out because we try to lead with love, you know. So everything we doing, we putting out a lot of love in the world, and sometimes we just need to refuel, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's like within the last time I was here, I think it was August of 23.
Yeah, it had to be around there.
Yeah, I think August of 23 last time I was here. And I was just discussing about what we had going on, because she had Natural Nation going on, and we doing this and running da. Like, at the current moment, you know what I'm saying, she's a full entrepreneur, even though, you know, it's gonna be a lot of work in progress, even though we are moving a lot of her products and doing a lot of vendor shows and things of that nature. I currently still work, so I make sure that on my end, all right, I'm going to take care of this, I'm going to do this. You just make sure our plan, whatever plan we put together, we get executed at the end of the day. Because sometimes you got to just leap out there.
Have you guys done a vision board together?
I've done
or
one.
Anything like
we
that?
have not done one together.
I about to say we haven't done one together per se. That's like true. She has done one, but we haven't done one together.
Okay.
Look at you creating dates. I see what you did. I see what he did there, sis. I see what he did there.
So you're not entrepreneur and you at home with the kids?
Pretty much, I'm doing both.
Okay.
You know, like while everybody sleep, I was up this morning at 5 a.m. editing labels for new packaging.
Gotcha.
You know, so I got to try to squeeze it in when I can, and I'm realizing how important waking up at that 5 a.m., 4 a.m. is going to be for me moving forward, because I can get more done in a short period of time. I might be a little tired, but now I can give my kids my undivided attention when my tasks are tackled.
Gotcha.
And I'm seeing that one thing, the one luxury that we have that we don't get back is time. So now I'm realizing, like, if I got to sacrifice and have a couple coffees in the morning or something, you know, throughout the week, I need to get up early so I can give my kids undivided attention, because I don't want them to be lacking anything because I'm chasing my dreams, because at the end of the day, my purpose is my children.
Gotcha. That's beautiful.
For sure.
So something I noticed about you too that I admire is the way y'all talk to each other. It's kind of like y'all finish each other's sentences. And like when he came, you asked you like where you want to sit. She's like, I don't care whatever one you don't want to sit in. And it made me wonder, like, have y'all always been like
no?
Like,
I'm about to get deep.
100% not at all.
I'm about to get deep. I'm about to get deep for y'all. Listen, it's funny that you mentioned that, May. She is like, she has some magic. She has some type of powers We don't know what they are quite yet, but it's so crazy. Now I'm gonna just say this: whenever it don't matter what we watching on TV, whatever is showing, whatever we talking about, the words come right up. Like if she say like I'm going home, whatever on TV is say going home. It could be a show, a commercial, a movie. But it'll happen like multiple times a day. And I'll be like, bro, you got some mad. It's crazy. Like, but like her whole thought process, I love her whole thought process. Maybe she's born with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I have the. She more so be like she do this, be everywhere, be doing do. Mm-hmm. I'm the organizer, so that's when I come in like, all right, if you
you definitely keep me grounded
to a certain extent. It's like because she get to going and have 15 tasks. I'm like, listen, do this, and then we can work. You know,
we compliment each other, but I'm gonna give you the real tea, okay? Because I have to piggyback off of his initial interview. He was living his best life. And, that was something I had to determine if I wanted to stick around for or not. So we definitely bumped heads a lot in the beginning. However, even though we would bump heads, I knew we were only bumping heads because of the situation that we were in. I knew we genuinely both love each other. Okay. But it was just about timing, maturity, and also just us being ready to commit to one another. So I would have my moments where I probably was a complete and utter psycho. Probably 100%. in full pick me mode. At the end of the day, I don't have a problem taking accountability for me. I can do that all day. It doesn't benefit me to point fingers out of anything he did wrong because I chose to stick around. And what was Stevie J saying to Jocelyn about the bus? I chose to stay on the bus. You know what I'm saying? So I did. I chose to stay on the bus. I probably shouldn't, but it's all good. I don't regret
that whole 2020.
Oh my God.
The whole 2020.
Oh my God.
That year don't count.
That year is not a part of my life. I have very limited memory, trauma based, thank God, because I was a complete psycho. We were actually sitting in the room together when the announcement came through, the emergency service announcement, the shutdown. And it shit felt like The Purge. It felt like a movie. We just looked up at each other and didn't say shit. We was just like, well.
Because niggas was already talking about it, so I'm like,
and I think that me just being, because I ain't gonna lie, I was popping my shit when we first got together. I was literally getting things aligned. He was motivating me to get some things going. It was super sweet, super dope. And then I just locked in on this rascal, and I don't know what the hell happened. Love will literally send you. I don't know where I was at. I was on another planet, I think. I was dignitized.
No, you was somewhere else for sure. But it's okay.
Okay.
Because I knew she had good intentions. She don't fight
for respect. She fight for dick.
All right now.
I'm just saying, like, it's getting sticky out here for real.
But I knew the situation that we had wasn't gonna last. It was just a nice little rough patch that I more so had to get over, not her. It was just, but it was crazy, and I knew that I wanted to. I knew.
He definitely knew.
Because I told her, I said, listen, I wanted. This is what I was telling her. While I had a situation while I was talking to her a little bit, so it got crazy. So I'm telling her, like, no, I want to be with you. I'm telling her this. I'm like, look, I'm going to marry you. I'm saying this, but the situation looked crazy. It looked crazy.
Cause I see it, but I'm telling her like, you want me to not talk to nobody while you live your life.
Cause she wanted to happen now. I'm like, give me a minute. I can't just give me a minute type shit. I'm like, I'm telling you, this what I'm gonna do.
Guys are
We're
so
gonna
weird.
I'm gonna be with you. We're gonna get married. We're gonna do all that shit.
Weirdo.
Just give me. You gotta get. She could not. She did, but she didn't after a while. It got hard after a while. In the beginning, she was like, okay, cool. It didn't get cool after about 2-3 weeks.
I think
like,
the world being shut down played a part in that too. Because I was like, I don't know what's happening. The neurodivergent person in me, I'm all anxious. I'm like, So I'm like, okay, we're going to figure this out. And then it's one of those things where I do feel like, even though I don't like when men, why y'all gotta come through at the 11th hour? Don't y'all realize I'm gonna give y'all some game. Females, women, we know who we want to give it to. Damn near usually right away. We know who we want to give our heart to, our body to. We know, we be feeling it like, yo, I fuck with you. You actually start off at 100%. But then you just do stupid shit over time and just knock it down and knock it down and knock it down. And some women, it don't take long. Some women, it's 0 to 100, you do one thing, they gone. Some women, they'll give you chance after chance. But at the end of the day, every time you do something, we're taking it personal. And we may not even address it right away. We're going to log it and put it in our back pocket. And you're constantly just dropping those percentages on how much we fuck with you. And then you create the resentment because at the end of the day, you playing games. Like, we be ready. You're not ready? All right, cool. But at the end of the day, you also know you're not going to get the same woman and the same energy when that love was innocent and pure. When you tarnish a woman or you have trauma that you put in a woman's life, or you perpetuate a cycle of abuse in her life, or whatever the case may be, and this woman chooses to forgive you, we're gonna even remove gender from it in general. When you do that to a person and they choose to stay with you, yes, they love you, but you may not get the same person, same energy, same type of love, same type of intention.
This is how you made me.
When you first was fucking with
this
them.
Is how you made me.
When you see you got a good person, do not prolong it. Do not waste their time. Because, again, if they choose to fuck with you, you may not get that same version ever again.
Public service announcement.
Like, just treat people right the first time. Honestly. Yes. Not saying you didn't treat me right. You was honest, but sometimes people like eating their cake.
And I did something different. I kept it a buck. I came in look.
But
this what it is.
You have power, y'all.
This what I'm gonna be. I'm doing this.
Power in the situation.
If this is okay with you,
situation,
then we can do this. And this is what it was. I'm like, if you okay with this, then this is okay. We cool. And it was like that. I think last time I was on, I said 30 days. I said 30 days. That was like the best 30 days I had. Those was the 30 days she lasted, basically, because I was like, look. For 30 days, I was like, look, this is
my attention span. I got ADHD.
I'm over here. I'm about to go over here. Yeah. I'm about to. Didn't last.
It's like, all right, well, what are we going to do?
But I kind of figured that.
Y'all get the exclusive. We don't tell people this story. Okay. But what I can say is, it took me longer to heal. Because once I finally had the relationship, I had felt the way for so long, I had to heal to actually enjoy and receive genuine love.
I can say that.
A lot of people don't talk about that. Like, what's healing look like if you had issues before marriage?
A lot of people.
So after,
because she was married before me, you know what I'm saying, and she had her situation and
survivor
for sure, and it was crazy
from my first marriage. So even that transitioning into that and realizing, oh shit, I never healed before getting married. I got some work to do. So unfortunately, that came, on a retroactive. It wasn't me being proactive. So he had to witness me go through those changes and have a lot of self-doubts about things. And a lot of people don't do the work before they get married. And you definitely, my advice, do the work before you get married. Even so that way you can truly enjoy it.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
So you can truly enjoy it. Yeah. Otherwise, you're not going to enjoy your newlywed years as you're supposed to, because you're spending that time healing versus honeymooning.
So give me an example, or a couple examples of what doing the work like. What actually doing the work was, because a lot of people be like, do the work, go heal, and a lot of people don't even know where to start.
Accountability.
I love that.
That's
some people just think therapy, and it's like, no, that's not even an option for a lot of people. And
some people don't have the resources for therapy. You bring a good point. Some people don't have the resources for therapy, and a person like me that's neurodivergent, that's had therapy multiple times, a lot of times I don't finish the process because I'm everywhere. It's always like a track going in my head, right? So for people like me, what does that look like? Accountability is the first step. If you can accept what you did wrong without saying, but they did this to me, but just literally just accept, I did not operate in the way that I feel like I should have been. I was not moving like a good person in that moment, even though I know I'm a good person. Why did I do that? And that's when you realize, no, I'm not a bad person. I just need to heal. I allowed myself to become jaded by what others did to me or what I allowed others to do to me. Because when you don't set boundaries, that's another way of accepting trauma. We can't control what people do, but if you don't set boundaries, you're allowing trauma in your life.
Yeah.
And all of those different things, whatever's going on, whatever's got you down, whatever demons you battling, whatever the situation may be, you have to take accountability first. And then whenever you find yourself reverting to that way of thinking, you have to redirect your thinking. I would always do that. People say talking to yourself is wild. No, it's one of my biggest tools. Because whenever I find myself being driven by a motor or I'm going in the wrong direction of thinking, I tell myself, hey, that's whack. That's weak as fuck. Nope, we're not even about to give that. And nope, that's negative energy. I'm not about to feed into that.
I hate when people say that too. Like, and then I hate when they say, as long as you don't talk back to yourself.
No,
like,
no.
Fuck that.
Myself be like,
your mouth is the closest to your ears.
Yes,
if you are your biggest advocate, you're gonna make sure you don't go off the rails.
Yeah, like, no matter what you gotta do. No matter
so
what.
Redirect your way of thinking, whatever that looks like. And also, it's not about living in the past, it's about a feeling. Do healthy things that give you positive feelings. I don't want you to do things that are codependent, but play that song that reminds you of that one Christmas when you and the whole family was together and everybody was playing tic-tac-toe and Uno and spades and y'all was having
play that one song that you liked, that one girl in middle school and you used to bang that one song, you used to think about it.
Yeah. He loved riding by his own neighborhood.
Yeah,
surround yourself with positive things, feelings, thoughts, music. Fill your spirit with positive things. And I feel like those are some first steps. And also, honestly, getting your health together. It's a lot of people that's feeling away and don't even realize it's because, for example, for a while, my hemoglobin was low. Didn't even know it, right? Didn't know it. Just due to just severe iron deficiencies and all of that.
Right now.
Yes. And that can make you feel away. And then it could make you cranky. It could make you respond to things awkwardly socially if your health is not in order. So I just feel like all of those things just really pour into yourself. And that is where you're going to heal. You have to balance mentally, spiritually, and within your physical health. You work on those things, you will move towards healing. But like what you say about no change, what'd you say? No change without
nothing changes if nothing changes.
Period. And to me, you're right. If y'all gonna tell people to go heal, give people advice on how to heal.
Yeah,
because it's not linear. It don't look the same on everybody. But that's what I'm gonna leave people with. I feel like I had to really heal, and now I'm thoroughly enjoying my marriage the way I'm supposed to.
That's good. I love that.
100%. 100%. And as y'all know, we are the pod, aka the people of Detroit. Just want to give a big shout out to Reflections of Our Future Multimedia, Andre, Enrico. You know what I'm saying, Enrico Andre.
He's definitely a huge contributor to
to our brand and how we move. Since the last time I was here, we've done so many different things, man. It's crazy. We got a chance to open up for KRS-One. We had like a 15 minute set. Shout out to the DJ Los, the original. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him for giving that opportunity to us. Shout out to Derek Kearney for extending opportunities to the people of Detroit as well. You know what I'm saying? We went to the soundboard, Motor City soundboard, and was able to set up for a minute and was set out there, and we actually got the chance to talk to Fat Man Scoop.
Before he passed.
And we had upload the interview, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? That was I told him he was the voice of hip hop for real. You know what I'm saying? And that was an opportunity we got a chance to do. Interviewed him. It was dope. He talked about, financial literacy, which everybody should, want to learn more about. Like, I know we about to get into it this year. Crazy. This year about to be crazy for the people of Detroit, for Natural Nation. for Sir LA and Dahlia the poet as a like everything, you know what I'm saying?
God willing, we just gonna keep pushing and working these blessings.
For sure. Well, we got interviews coming with Detroit Diamond, who was on Rhythm and Flow season 2.
Hey, shout out Detroit Diamond.
Shout out Detroit Diamond. She been going crazy. Latrice and Mayan, fashion designer, one of the top ones in the city. You know what I'm saying? We got her interview coming. Camille Hassan, Diesel.
He running it down.
You know what I'm saying?
He feeling it.
I'm just. This is what we got coming, so I'm just letting people know.
For sure.
Because a lot of people say, oh, I love y'all, and y'all be doing. I be feeling like we could be doing more. I was just telling her this the other day. Somebody was like 2-3 people I talked to. They're like, man, y'all. I'm like, yeah, but I feel like I could be doing more.
We
like I know people be looking like,
humble,
but no, 100%.
Make room for great.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just letting people know, like, we got stuff on the flow that's
for sure.
We just, like I say, Rico, he's a big part of the pod. So it's like he does a lot of editing and he shoots like 12 podcasts. Like he does so much. Like he literally shoots so much. And he started with us. We started the podcast game together, with him. Sure. But he grew his shit crazy. Like he shoot like, shout out to What Up Doe podcast. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of podcasts that he do, like literally like 7-8 of them. Like,
no, he's definitely
so it's just like
juggling.
You know what I'm saying, on top of life be lifing with us, life be lifing with him. We be, you know what I'm saying. So I be trying to tell people like, yeah, we could be doing more. Like I know people be looking and but I be feeling like we can do more. You know what I'm saying? For sure. So it's just all about, you know what I'm saying, we get there and we gonna get to that point where we can consistently have a flow.
It's already yours. It's already there.
But you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? I'm being modest just off the strength because I don't want to look at my shit like, oh, I'm the shit, because that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? I'm just another platform trying to do my thing. But again, shout out Toast After Dark. Yes. Shout out, man.
It's been a fun evening of dialogue.
Yes.
Man, healthy dialogue. I love this.
I have one more thing. We can get ready to wrap up.
Yeah.
In regards to your relationship, when things started to get serious, or even when y'all got married, was there a difference in your fellow co-parent from your previous relationship? And how did y'all handle that, if so?
Well, one of them is practically non-existent. My first husband, he's non-existent. It's unfortunate, but it's great for me. But my other co-parent for my third child, he actually spoke to me less. We don't communicate at all. All communication is filtered through our 11-year-old son. We don't communicate at all. I'm okay with it.
You a fake ass YO nigga.
Just pay some child support.
That's all that matters.
Just pay some child support. Yeah. We don't gotta talk.
I find it weird when people do that. Like I don't have no interest. Like if my baby mama got married today, I'm happy as hell for her. Like, hey, go do. Like we ain't the best.
That's just
see
making
what it
everything
is
better.
People, it's when
like
you
happier. Let's get happy.
Nah, it get deep. It's for some people. Either it's two things. Either they want you, or they don't want to see you succeed because they don't want to see you surpass where they want to keep you mentally. So some people don't want to be happy for you, not because they want to be with you. They just want to keep you in this box of, we didn't work out because you were a shitty person. But then when they see you elevate past what they think of you, they're not happy for you either. So come on, it's a couple different ways here. Not everybody don't want everybody. Some people just I don't want to see you do better than what I think you can.
I call my shit whenever cause my baby mom, she could have been. It could have been more, but
it's decent now.
But the only thing that kind of, she was dramatic in the beginning because it was like I'm doing shit. I was doing shit I was not doing with her, not because it was something that I didn't like, not because it was something I didn't want to do. I just didn't want to do it with you. When I got with her, my mind opened up 1,000 different ways. 1,000 different doors opened up. I started doing different shit, reading different things, books, this, that. So now I'm looking at my baby mama. I'm telling my baby mama shit I'm doing. She did halfway can't believe this shit.
A little bit of you was being
who are you,
petty.
darling?
She like, you reading
He
books?
was
You got a
being a pinch
podcast?
of
What
petty
the fuck are you
too.
doing?
He was being a pinch
I
of
said,
petty.
no, I didn't want to do this
Had
with
that
you.
girl
I could
hate me
not
for
do
no
it.
reason.
And now that I'm married,
Had her hate me for no reason.
she just knew we was about to be married. But no, now I'm here and at the point right now.
Don't be weaponizing y'all new women because y'all know they be the shit too, though. Y'all know what y'all be doing. Y'all fellas y'all know what y'all be doing.
I don't think so. I think when I get married, oh man, they gonna come. Woo-wee.
I mean, it be like that too, though. Everybody always wants somebody they can't have. Everybody always wants something that ain't
They
theirs.
say, ooh, it's gonna be a shit show.
Oh Lord, have
I
mercy.
know.
I mean, your ass ain't getting married. That's all it is. If you saying that right now, that mean it's gonna be a long time.
Maybe not.
I don't think so.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
I can see it for sure happening. So
Maybe not.
So you can see it.
Well, just
Last
make sure
time
you
I
invite
asked you,
us.
last time I asked you.
Things changed since then. Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I want to take a
I was
moment.
23.
I want to take a moment, y'all. I gotta acknowledge how fire the face card is, honey.
Hey.
The hair is given, the makeup is given. I gotta beg my sisters, my queens up here looking fire.
Yes,
Yes,
and we also hope you to enjoy the Natural Nation products that we gifted.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all both have soap,
A soap and a butter.
soap and
baby
a butter.
powder. Right?
Yes.
Baby powder is it's for both of them. Like I say, you can use the butter on skin, hair. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
Like I say,
Put it on that belly, girl.
Yeah, I will. The first guest to bring us gifts. We appreciate y'all.
oh, that's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
I will say, if they reach out to y'all, you definitely got to come on Toast After Dark. Like the hospitality game is
100%.
through the roof. The energy is
100%.
positive. It's such a welcoming, dope environment.
100%.
And
now, listen,
they really
I'm
letting us
putting
cut
this in the
loose up in
universe.
here.
I'm putting this in the universe. Y'all will, before the end of the year, y'all will be on the People of
I
Detroit.
love it. Let's go.
let's go.
And that's a guarantee. That's a guarantee.
Go.
Hey, y'all hear that?
Shout out to Woodrow the Entertainer.
Y'all hear that? That was just banging. Chit Chat by my wife, Dahlia the Poet, on all streaming platforms, man. Go fuck with it. Yeah.
It's a vibe.
It's your song, it's your shit, tell 'em bring it back. If yeah, bitches let it chit chat. It's slap trying to get your lick back.
Oh, look at that.
I want you to please believe everything you hear about me. Weirdos in the hood, make it scared probably.
Thank you.
Friend of me's moving weird around me, make it with the ops, so you know it's fuck everybody. It always be a broke ass nigga in a fake pair of cardi.
Toast After Dark.
With a bad built body, looking for me.
Chit Chat. Dahlia the Poet. Woodrow the Entertainer.
Bitch, she don't wanna act nice. We ain't trying to talk if that money ain't right. And going back and forth, they gotta ask twice. Tell me how you hide value if I can pay a flat price. Subscribe, that ass too fat. This is the pretty
Hit from the back. Oh shit.
Little bitch. That little bitch just brighten my day.
Get your lick back. Get him out and find out where your issue at.
Just be like,
Get your song, get your check,
and
bring it back.
Everybody done had somebody talk shit about them before.
Go ahead, girl, move them clappers. Bust it open like a new mattress. Shake it like you got them taxes. Shake it like you got them taxes.
Fuck it up.
Go ahead, girl, move them clappers. Bust it open like a new mattress. Shake it like you got them taxes. Shake it like you got them taxes.
Y'all get that on y'all DSPs. Dahlia the Poet.
Yeah. The name of that is Chit Chat, man. I gotta keep promoting it because it is what it ain't. I'm gonna keep doing it. Chit Chat, Dahlia the Poet, SiR LA Class 88. We in the building, Natural Nation, People of Detroit, Toast After Dark. Let's
Y'all
talk.
had me up in here cutting up off this Martell.
Yes, I love it.
Somebody gonna be trying to cancel me. Look, y'all, I love everybody, bro. I love everybody.
Hey,
Love
you
everybody.
ill. Let me tell you how ill. I got a shout out, bro. Hold on, let me shout you out. You ill. Let me tell you why. Because when I was waiting on my first interview to drop, when I went to listen to it, it's like you waited a perfect amount of time to drop it because the way you edited it was perfect. You edited out a certain name that shouldn't have been mentioned, and I respected that. Yeah. I was like, oh shit, like okay.
I appreciate you actually caring about your guests.
No, for
and not
sure.
just trying to create
out here looking crazy.
100%.
Some people only care about viral moments. They don't.
And
care
it wasn't
about
like I was saying nothing crazy. It was just something happened to certain, and he took it out like nah.
I respect
that. I was like, damn, that's crazy. He on it. You on it. Shout out, man. Toast of the Dark, dog. May Henny, Shah Black, man.
Where can I find you guys at?
DHALIATHEPOET, Dahlia the Poet on everything. Also, one half of the pod at THAPOD313.
Yes, and I'm SiR LA. You can catch me SiR_LA on Instagram. And like I say, the pod THAPOD313. Yep.
You know, you can holler at these handmade products at www.therealnaturalnation.com. Yeah.
Yes. And if you are in a specific area, we do drop-offs, by the way.
We do drop-offs.
That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
We're going to
does them.
Have y'all back soon, because this was not enough for me. I can't wait to have you back again.
We can talk to y'all all day.
Yeah, for sure.
I love exchanging ideas. My thing is, as long as it's love in the room, everybody respectful. Even when we disagree, we share our ideas. At the end of it, we all can reach a greater understanding.
Hey,
healthy dialogue is what builds peace.
Yes.
All day. Album is coming this year. Peace Be Still by SiR LA. You know what I'm saying? Got Shah Black.
Peace Be Still.
Yes. Shah Black on the intro, man. It's gonna be dope as fuck. I let him hear it. I let him hear it earlier.
It's
fire.
Yes. You made the album.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy. And I'm like, I thought like, damn, I can try to chop that. And then my brother, shout out Chris Monday. You know what I'm saying? He a scientist. He a scientist. He low key. You know what I'm saying, with his shit. I be trying to tell him to like put his shit out there so he can.
We've got a whole Kanye in the family.
I'm telling you, man. Chris Monday on all platforms, hit him up, and he do all type of shit. But
I do have an album coming soon. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I don't know what the name of that bitch is yet, but just know the songs is in motion. We working it out, and this will be the first time where I really feel like I'm expressing myself, showing myself as a person, telling my story, and it's not all from pain.
Yes,
I got some feel good coming. Some heavy bar spitting, but honestly, I just want to show.
She's just been doing features. She's been doing a lot of features the last year. So like
songs ready in the chamber.
You know what I'm saying? She got features with Black Lion Society. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She got features with Thermo Flame. You know what I'm saying? It's a few things that she.
I just worked with young Woodrow Hurt for Black History project. Is Nat and Harriet. I was Harriet. He was the hip hop Nat.
That's what's up.
Very, very dope AI video out for that as well. But I think the biggest thing is allowing myself that creative freedom without having male interference, because that is what hindered my growth and progress as an artist back in 2017 when I initially took my hiatus before my husband helping restore my confidence in my art. So for me, now that I'm where I need to be, where I can actually create, it's time to have that safe space to really let loose and just be a woman, an artist, and be vulnerable.
I love it.
That's what's up. We happy to have y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Yes. Y'all already know.
May Henny.
Y'all can find me minding my business, but if you want to keep up with my dailies, it's May Henny, MAEHENNY _. I think that's on all platforms. I just made a TikTok. I'm working on that. So
listen,
follow.
So do we got a name for Lil Mans?
So far, we thinking we going with the name. Thank you. It's his dad's middle name, so SUJA. Jamaican, and I'm like, why your mama name you that? And he don't know, so I'm like, you know what? Let's go with that.
Blessings upon
both. Let us know in the shower.
Oh, definitely will.
Yes,
y'all know y'all invited.
Let us know in the shower so we can pop up and
start playing it this week.
Get you something. Yeah, yes, let us know.
Y'all.
So dope. We love it, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Thank you.
Thank you. You can find all of us on Toast After Dark Pod on YouTube, Instagram, and all the socials. You can find me, Shah Black, SHAHBLACQ, and to that, we toast you and do.
Peace.
Peace.
Hey, Sir LA, let's get it.
I needed that energy all the